You know, we tend to think of money as just math, right? Black and white, numbers on a page. But what if it's not like that at all? What if it's more like a dance? A really intricate dance with steps that have been passed down for generations, steps we all learn without even realizing it. That's what we're looking at today, money's gendered dance.
At the heart of all this is a really powerful idea. Money isn't just a number in a bank account. It's not neutral. It's a mirror. It actually reflects our deepest beliefs, our biggest fears, and all the stories that society has told us about who we're supposed to be.
I mean, that's a pretty heavy question, isn't it? As we go through this, I want you to think about your own financial habits, your own gut feelings about money. What story is your bank account telling? Let's start pulling back the layers.
Okay, so first things first, we have to tackle this huge, fundamental myth. The source material for this calls it money's beautiful lie. So, what's the lie? It's the idea that money is just a simple medium of exchange, like a hammer or a wrench, totally impersonal, totally objective. But, come on, as anyone who has ever argued with a partner about a big purchase knows, it is anything but neutral. It is absolutely loaded with emotion and meaning. To really get a handle on these emotional patterns, we need a key concept, the financial archetype. Just think of it like a character you play in your own financial story. These are the deep, ingrained patterns that guide our decisions, a lot of the time without us even knowing it.
So, how does this actually play out in the real world? Well, historically, two major archetypes have really dominated the stage in this silent ballet of finance.
And you can see them side by side right here, in really sharp contrast. On one side, you have the hunter, who sees the world through this lens of growth and conquest. Money is the ultimate scorecard. And then on the other side, the nurturer, who sees money through a lens of stability and connection, focusing on how it can support and protect everyone.
Let's dive a little deeper into the hunter. This is that classic risk taker. The whole mindset is about conquering the market, making those bold, aggressive, high-stakes moves. Success isn't about slow and steady. It's measured by those huge, headline-grabbing big wins. And at the end of the day, money is seen as a tool for providing for the family through strength and control.
And now, the nurturer. Now, this is a quieter approach, but it is absolutely no less vital. I'd call it a different kind of financial genius. The focus here is on the foundation, the household, the community, the long-term well-being of the family. The priority is creating stability through careful budgeting and saving. Money here isn't a weapon, it's a tool for creating security through connection.
Now, this is super important. This isn't about saying one is right and the other is wrong. Not at all. In fact, when either of these archetypes operates all by itself, it creates a really powerful paradox. And you can see the core trade-offs so clearly here. The hunter's high-risk, high-reward approach, it can lead to incredible, astronomical gains, but it also carries the risk of absolutely crippling losses. Meanwhile, the nurturer is amazing at building this unshakable fortress of stability. But by playing it so safe, they might miss out on the big growth opportunities that are needed to really thrive. So, where do we go from here? Well, this brings us to the future. The story is no longer about choosing one or the other. It's about partnership. It's about merging these two incredibly powerful narratives into something bigger and, frankly, better.
So how do we actually get there? Well, it's an evolution, right? It's a process. First, you just have to recognize the old, separate patterns that are at play. Then you have to consciously work to integrate the strengths of both. And that's how you move from that old his money and her money mindset to a truly shared our money approach. And when you do that, what you get is, well, it's pretty amazing. This new narrative combines that strategic, big-picture vision of the hunter with the careful, meticulous, risk-aware discipline of the nurturer. Look, this isn't a compromise. It's basically a financial superpower. It's the ability to build and protect, all at the same time. And having this new financial intelligence totally changes the conversation you can have about money. It stops being about conflict and starts being a dialogue built on shared goals and this is key, mutual respect. It's a real partnership, one that gets that money isn't just for one thing. It's for building, it's for protecting, it's for experiencing life, and it's for giving back. And that, right there, is the heart of it all. True wealth isn't just about the number in your portfolio. It's found in the process, in the understanding and the teamwork that allow you to build a shared future. Together, that is the ultimate return on investment. So, we'll leave you with this question. Now that you can see the steps of this old financial dance,
What new choreography are you going to create? What new conversation can you start today with your partner, with your family, or hey, even just with yourself to move beyond those old roles and build a more prosperous and unified future?